Evening, sir. Afternoon, sir.
Yes. How are you all doing? Good night. Good night. Good
I'm
night.
cold.
You're old?
Cold.
Oh, you're cold. It never rained
Yeah.
today, did it?
Rain is falling now.
Hmm. Maybe I should just not have class tonight.
Yes. Yes. Anyways, I'm going to leave in a few and then sign back. Well, actually, no, and sign back in.
No problem. Alrighty. I'm at 21. I'm at 20.
Sir,
Oh, dearest.
now fix something for me, sir.
Jesus. Jody, do me a favor. Can you call me, please? Call me because I am here uneducated today, prepare my stuff, and I just never remember to look at the stuff for you. Shall it?
I was
Um,
gonna say credit.
so no, Jody. If you can remember you remind your teacher, I don't know how me remember, unless I'm gonna write it down and paste it on my forehead.
I sent an email back. I email.
All right, then send me an email, please. I just keep forgetting, honey, and I'm not gonna go around you. And in the email, please send me the exact something. Don't just tell me the test number. What I want you to do is, if you can, okay,
Sir,
so
not,
each,
sir, this is the thing, sir. Let me tell you what,
uh-huh,
sir. Me not even
uh-huh.
can. Me not even can say submit the test. It
Uh-huh.
won't allow me to even submit it.
Oh,
So
strange.
it's
What
just
test number?
yeah. It's
What test number it is?
15 fraction 15. What's his name again? Graph and functions.
All right, hold on. To be honest with you, what I thought you were saying? Something different. Um, so maybe I can do that for you.
Here, sir, may have the same problem. Here what me do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, answer the select the answer them
Nah,
and just
correct.
click next.
And in
When you
in
not sub, well, I know when time when you not submit, what me do is that me come with answer every other question and then go back on them last and click on it again and click next and me see it accept it.
Jamal, me I tried that from last week. It now go through none at all. He even tell me say answer them
I
right.
guess how much of them now go through? About
Everything,
three of them may never ever go through, you know.
everything now go through for me. Me not even is something even submit for me, Jamal.
Yeah, one worst time out with them because me only have three of them now submit. The one now where you have to pick up one of them who say it was more and then they never da submit for them.
Hello? Anybody hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But hold on, now. But I don't understand. I thought, I mean, Jamal and Jody were having a conversation. It just finished abruptly like that. So I'm waiting to hear the rest of the
Alana sir,
conversation. Eh?
me there I chat to myself all and I just realize the thing mute back.
Oh, because I'm saying to myself, you finished your conversation abruptly. So I'm waiting to hear the conversation continuing. So I'm saying, but wait, was I not doing something a while ago? All right. All right. I'm actually trying to check as we speak.
But they are chatter. But then the first time I'm mad this when you chat to yourself still.
No man, them can't turn the life on you. And I hope you answer this
And when
too.
you start answer back, man.
Answer yourself, man. Answer yourself. Answer yourself. I'm accustomed to answer myself. Nobody can tell you say you the sake. It's a self that tell life on.
Sister, perfect proof.
Then I'm gonna be concerned about it then since you answer yourself. You know, so all of these the people them come up with invented electricity, come up with maths, all them bright sparks, them always end up mad in the end. Now, so I'm
The
start take a
blood,
concern for you,
the
know, sir.
blood, the blood, the blood, the blood.
No, sir, what are you tell me? Say answer yourself, you know, so so you just raise concern on my mind.
Yeah. All right. So before we need to name mathematics. Oh Lord, help me. Alright, so I'm gonna say that like that. And this is Jody now. Jody is going to be Jody. This is 3 plus midday. And this is going to be no, that's not what I should do. I should actually go into her account. Let's go into her account. Photo assessment. Okay, so while I look for this, let me just make some. All right, Jody, what number you said that you're talking about, hon?
Sir, 15.
15?
Number 15, sir.
It was submitted?
Yes.
It was submitted? On my end?
16.
Oh, 16. Oh, 16.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. So I'll talk to you off air about. I'll talk to you off air about 16, George. I'm seeing something about number 16. I see something that I need to address. So I'll talk to you off air tonight about it. There isn't anything wrong with it, but I'll just talk to you about something. Okay, all right. I've seen what I'm looking for there, so I'll talk to you about that afterwards. All right. So several things now, guys. Generally, I'm seeing that you students didn't follow my instructions, and it has made quite a bit of stuff very difficult for me to even try and to get done up. And this cannot happen when next I give you a Dropbox piece. So this is it. I don't know what some students were doing, but even before I gave permission to send via email, I saw a barrage of emails with your assessments, your mid semester, your mock mid semester coming into my inbox. And they came and they came and they came. I mean, like like the heavy rains that came the other day, and you couldn't get a chance to save anything. All right. Now I started downloading from my email. And because on a regular basis I have about 20 plus, sometimes 30 plus emails in my work email coming in on a daily basis, your emails would have gone um, to fourth and fifth page of the stuff, and it takes a while to download. What I also recognize is that it's not just you, but it's also with my weekend group. So based on what I am downloading and those things are mixed up. So some of the things that I download in my file belongs to both the weekday students and the weekend students. No, it gone bad for this time around, but the next time around, anyone who submits their assessment to me via email, it will not be marked. Your assessment must be uploaded to the platform. When you upload your assessment to the platform, that is what it is that you're going to be using. Because I can always say that I don't get your email. Your send can say that it was sent to me, but I can say I didn't get it. When you put it in your account on Editorsoft, it stays there, and that is your evidence of work. Now, what is going to happen for me now? For me to have that evidence of work on Editorsoft, so that when the institution needs to see that, it means that I now will have to go and upload your work to your account on Editorsoft. So it gone bad. Unfortunately, I thought I would have been able to mark off today, so it is that I can give a feedback in preparation for your mid semester, the actual one that is. I am still downloading. Let me just fast forward now. Quite a number of you do not know how to adhere to deadlines. I said to you that the test is to be uploaded at a particular time over the weekend, Sunday night, 11:59. Based on the time that it was sent, you'd have had more than 24 hours to do what I would call a 2 hour paper, well, really an hour and a half that I gave, an hour and a half paper. And you had in excess of 24 hours, and some students still submitted their assessment late. Can I tell you a secret? All today, I'm collecting assessment. The assessments are coming into my inbox. Now, when I set the assessment on Edico and you upload your assessment on Edico, Edico tells me exactly what time your assessment comes in. And if it comes in after the due date, then it is that you will be penalized. Now, for me now to go and mark the stuff, I'll have to go and timestamp when the email comes in, and that's way too much work for me to do. So it is easier for me not to mark those assessments and give you zero. So hear me out. I don't want anybody to ask me, sir, are we going to get my assessment before XY time? Because it is going to take me a longer time to mark, based on the fact that both my weekend and my weekday students have submitted their assessments in the same document. Now, when I finish uploading all those assessments, I will have to go through my Editorsoft list now to separate those from weekend versus those from weekday. I'm really painting a picture so you understand the level of work that I've gotten because some students did not follow instruction. Now I'm looking in the Dropbox folder, and I'm seeing where only 18 of my 32 students would have adhered to what it is that I asked. Only 18 of my 32 students. So you're talking about a good 14 students emailed. And for those of you who emailed me today, unacceptable. And those late assessments, I'm going to penalize you. I'm going to penalize the students. I am not pleased. It's a mock mid-semester. I asked you to complete the mock mid-semester in a timely fashion. So if had I gotten all of this here, I could have quickly opened the folder and quickly go through and say, okay, guys, come, let us discuss this. I can't do that tonight. And now it looks like I am not being efficient and I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing when it is that you guys did not follow my instructions. Come on, students. This is unacceptable and it will not be tolerated another time. It is easier for me to give you a 0 than for me to go through the hassle that I have to go through now. I will not do it again, guys. My final thing that I'm going to say on this, I have 37 of them in the weekend group, and I have 32 of you in the weekday group. 37 and 32 is 69. With almost 70 of you, doing this is doubling the work that I have to do. Plus, I have other courses to teach. So, with that said, um, what annoys me the most are those assessments that came in late and those assessments that came in this morning. For each late day, I'm taking off 10%. And I'm serious about it. I'm taking 10% off. Come on, students, this is tertiary. This is tertiary. And it's unacceptable when you give work and you don't meet the deadline. This is tertiary. And there are other lecturers who will say, I am not marking and would have marked only the ones that came in. And the system was said, those students who sent me, the 18 students who sent me the work, I know those, at least those 18 were on time because I set it on the system. So the rest of you who went and saw completed and couldn't send the work and had to email it, it is because you were late. So I know the ones that were late. So please, don't let it happen again. I am not pleased.
Can I repeat that last statement that you said a while ago?
The ones who would
You're
have
saying that the ones that... Go ahead.
the ones who would have submitted their work on Edico were early for the most part because the time would have not passed. But most of those that came in after because the thing was closed.
Sir,
Most. But
sir,
I submitted early. That's I'm sure of.
All right, so guess what now? I am not going to be reading out the list of those persons who submitted. So if it is that you submitted early on Edico, I am not speaking about you. So
sir,
I'm not, yes please.
when was the deadline for that submission?
Anybody knows the deadline for that submission? When was it?
It was 11 p.m. Say about me couldn't log
11 p.m. when? Sunday or Saturday?
a Sunday, Saturday, say.
Okay, I didn't get that understanding. However, I submitted it on Sunday via the email because in my email, I would have explained that I was out of town. However, I did make the necessary attempt to do it, right? And my take is somewhat, it was a bit impromptu. For me, that is.
Shanae,
Yes, sir?
let us keep this love relationship going, all right? Because I really don't want to get upset tonight. You know why? About 2 weeks ago, I came to class to say that I was going to give you mock mid-semester. True or false, class?
True.
Okay. And you see, I like when I have the facts in front of me and when I'm challenged by a student or a group of students. Because 2 weeks ago, I came and I gave you work to do and you didn't do the work. And I said, you know what? I'm going to abort that plan and I'm going to go through the exercise. So this piece of work is not impromptu. It cannot be impromptu. When I told you that this is my intention in giving you a mock mid-semester in class, and I had to abort that plan. Go ahead, Miss Davis.
Yes, sir. I got that understanding, but I didn't know that it would have been on the weekend. The mock. I thought it would have been one day during our weekday class. So I wouldn't know that it would have been on the weekend. I didn't get that understanding. So my apologies in that regards. I didn't get that understanding.
I forgive you, honey.
Okay, sir.
No, man.
Sir, what about me?
If that is Dion, I don't want to hear from her.
Me too, money too, money Q too.
Sir,
Sir,
me
what
that
you mean you don't
difficult
want
to
to hear from
upload
me,
the
sir?
edit
What
from
kind of
source.
something that?
You've divorced me, Dion, so
Sir, me can't divorce you,
I
sir. Tomorrow is my
sold the ring.
birthday.
You never did born.
Jesus, no,
I don't finish my statement on the 20th of November. Anyhow, on
Sir,
a serious note, though, yes, please go ahead.
what I would like to know is why is it that I was having problem? Is it that you cannot take a photo and upload it to Edicosoft
You
for
can,
the
you
persons
can,
who got to upload it? How did they do it? Because
you
mine
can take a
wasn't
photo.
successful.
You can take a photo and upload. You can.
I put everything in a file
No,
and
you
then
can't
I
upload a
tried to
file.
upload it.
You can't upload a
Oh,
folder. You have to upload the photographs one by one. You can't upload a file
oh,
in it. So
Try
that's
well,
the
what
I guess
problem.
that's why
Yes,
mine
I
never
see
go
my
it.
through.
plane at work.
Huh?
I was trying it one by one, but when I click upload, I'm not seeing anything, any changes. So me just
Sir, I put mine
okay.
in a Ziploc folder and it did
I send it to
upload,
your
sir.
email.
Through Edicosoft?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's on me, Donut, and mine never go up.
No man, it shouldn't happen. I don't know how Anne Marie did that, but
Sir, check your email if you don't have mine, sir.
no, that's what I'm saying. I'm asking if you sent it to me as a zip on Edicosoft, and he said yes. It has to be the email that it was zip because I know Edicosoft don't do the folders.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. I placed it in a Ziploc folder. It took a long while before it uploaded, though.
On
Did
Edico
it
or
say
through my
submit?
email. On Edico or through
On
my email.
Educo, sir.
All
I
right.
sent it both ways because at first it wasn't uploading on Educo, and I had to try multiple times before it could have uploaded, sir.
All right. All right. Never mind. All right. So now that I've laid the ground rules, I mean, I'm not going to even entertain who sent it for who didn't send it up. But now that I've laid the ground rules, I'm going to be marking those. I'm still downloading. I didn't even know that it was so many pieces to I mean, so many students to download. That would have emailed the stuff. And I'm looking at my list, and I'm seeing some students that have already downloaded, but they sent it both ways. You don't need to send it two ways, right? You just need to send it one way. So
Sorry, sir. It wasn't going up on Educo, so I sent it via email because I
via
didn't
email
want to.
also, right? I get that point because I'm now seeing you're not the only one. Miss Diane is another one, and so many others that I'm seeing here. So chances are the ones that have already downloaded, I would have wasted my time downloading those because I am now looking at Educa and I'm seeing where you guys have some of you have downloaded it twice. Okay, so with that said, we have the ground rules now. Let me just jump to our mid semester. So the mid semester, I am in problems, guys. Let me see if I can bring this up. I'm in serious problems, and today I to syllabus. Today I became very nervous. Um, Let me see if I can share this screen because I want you to see what is happening. Share screen. Oh my lord, what am I sharing? Let me look at that.
So yeah, hear me, sir.
Yes, Jay.
So here's my problem now, sir. It is very unfair
Uh-huh.
that we are taught the simplest form of the thing in class, and then when um they give us like the mid semester, we get some complicated things.
Uh-huh.
Like one of the questions was so complicated. It take me a whole of one day to try figure
Uh-huh.
it out. I'm still not figure it out.
And that's fine.
So
You know the truth.
it is unfair, sir.
You know the truth, Jamal.
Mm-hmm.
All of us lecturers within the 10 community colleges are teaching a curriculum. Sometimes the exam paper is outsourced by external moderators. Sometimes them come from foreign. and look at the curriculum and write a paper. When you go and do a SAT exam or a LSAT exam or a SSAT exam, you name it, or an MCAT exam, you are doing your preparations right across the globe. What you need to do in order to attempt the question or to attack a question is working on the concepts. So as teachers, we teach conceptually. So a question may look very difficult, but if you follow the concepts, you shouldn't have a difficulty with the question, right? It may not look
Sir,
so.
sir,
Go
what may I
ahead.
say, sir? If they don't give you such difficult questions, sir, better you work difficult question like them in a class, because we are so they teach you the simple one them that our mind is set and seeing simple stuff. And when time we see such complicated one,
What are you
it
talking about? Give
cannot
me an
throw
example of
many our mind out of bounds.
Give me an example of what you're talking about. Complicated.
I see somebody working out for section B question them man.
All right, I know exactly where you're going. Never mind. I soon come to that. I soon talk
Section
to you about
B,
it.
I think it was B or C.
I soon
Section
talk to you
B.
about it. All right, hold
Yes,
on.
sir, I stress out the whole weekend, man. Me I pull out some leave here, you know.
Hold up. I don't have much already. All right, let's go.
I'm going to tell you.
Let me just, since I have this projected, let me just deal with this, and then I'll project the question paper. All right. So, Unit 1, indices and logarithms. Indices and logarithms. You see how much
See
time?
the screen, sir, the screen dark.
The screen dark?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Seen it now?
No, sir.
Nothing, sir.
All
Yes,
right.
sir. Full screen.
All right.
Which exam you talk about? Where you talk about?
Great, sir.
All right. Are you seeing the screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
Sir?
So, I'm coming. Just look at this, please. Turn on that music for me, please. Whoever has that on. All right. So, indices and logarithms. I would have gone through all of this. Explain the term exponents, state the laws of indices and logarithms. I've given you all the laws of indices. I've given you all the laws of logarithm. Apply the laws of logarithm of rational exponents to simple expressions. Use the rules of logarithm to simplify expressions. Write logarithms in exponential form and vice versa, from exponential to logarithmic form. So I've done everything on that. Here for number 2 says solve exponential equations when bases can be equated. Have I done that? When the bases are the same, you equate the powers. Remember that? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you did.
Right, and then it says now solve exponential equation when the bases cannot be equated. Then you have to use logarithms, and then solve simple logarithmic equations like 2 to the 2x. Sorry, 2 times 2 to the 2x plus 5 times 2 to the x plus 3 equals 0. That's what this one is, right? And these are the things that we did right here for binomials, and that's number 2. Binomials. Where am I? Binomials, which is a third topic. Explain the term binomial expression. Expand binomial expression for positive integers, right? We are required only to use positive integers for this course, and I have done that already with you. It says derive the Pascal's triangle for the binomial expansions. So I've already derived the Pascal's triangle for you. And then number 4 says use Pascal's triangle to determine the binomial coefficients and the terms in the binomial expansion. Have I done that?
Yes, sir.
I have, thank you. Then it says no, use a combination notation formula to determine the binomial coefficients and terms in a binomial expansion. That's what I intend to do tonight in order to finish off binomials. I have done 1, 2, 3, 4 with you. This is what I intend to do. And did I do with you factorial notation?
Yes, sir. You started it.
Right. Did I go as far as the combination notation?
No.
I never did the combination notation. Okay, fine. So I'm supposed to be doing the Sorry, somebody said, sir? All right. So I'm supposed to be doing the combination. I did the factorial notation. Time was against us. So I would have had what I'm going to be doing tonight, and it's now 7:35. I'm going to be doing the combination notation that will take into consideration number 5. When I would have completed number 5, it means that I would have finished off that. And this is a combination notation part. I would have finished off all of that because this 4 here, this piece here, the numbering is off. So this 5 relates to number 4 in content. And number 3 relates to number 4 up here. All right. And then, where am I? Come on, come on, come on. And then I am going to move it into the polynomial and rational functions, which is the fourth thing. So I have this to do. I have not yet started. Number 4, relations and functions. I have not yet started, which is 2 topics I have not yet started. I have not yet done functions and graphs, 3 topics. I have not yet done matrices, 4 topics. And I have not yet done sequence and series, 5 topics. So there are 5 topics that are left for me to do. And guess what? Today when I looked at the stuff, I got a little worried. I felt something in my stomach moved, and because I have quite a bit to go. All right. Now I want you to be able to recognize that I have to be moving much faster than I'm moving now. I have completed making your notes on sequence and series. So that more than likely may be the next topic that I move into. I already, I think I started your matrices. Matrices is really not difficult. I think if I do 1 or 2 examples, you should be good with that. I am going to see if I can stick to these 6 hours. No, because time is against me. We have 4 more weeks before you go off for your December break, and then we have 1 more week when you come back in January before your exam week or exam weeks. All right. So, and then my functions and graph. This is the functions is really not it's really not difficult. I can use a 1 class to really do that because this is really CXC part there. So, right. And this the relations and functions is really not difficult. This part I can tell is not difficult. So I can box this off pretty quickly. Matter of fact, I may do that first. I can just at least get some more units out of the way. All right. So I'm saying to you guys, I must now going back to what Jamal says now. So you have your syllabus. You need to look at it. And as a matter of fact, I should say to you that having a conversation with 1 or 2 of my lecturers, they are expressing the same concern that I'm expressing. All right. The class is large, and I feel very guilty as a teacher moving on, knowing that my students are challenged. And which is why I said to you, complete your assessments. I looked at 1 or 2 of the assessments a while ago. I mean, Educa and recognize some people would have gone through all the assessments now, right? But I'm going to ask you to go through the assessments. You try and learn the topics ahead of me because there may come a time when I have to run very fast through a particular area because time is against me at this point in time. I'm going to be completing the syllabus at whatever cost. I'm going to complete the syllabus. So it may mean that I say to you, okay, guys, I know you're not weekend students, but I need to see you on a weekend, right? And for those of you who go to class, church or are Sabbath keepers, I can understand that. I'll find another class in a weekday for you. But I must complete my syllabus. So I'm going to say to you, please, you have to work alongside with me and work pretty quickly. All right. With that said,
Sean,
yes, there is.
in regards to your weekend classes, I have classes on a weekend.
Rockstone. You need to go to St. Thomas later, Deep. You have to manage that then?
No, sir. Originally, I am a weekend student, sir.
You're a weekend student originally?
Yes, sir.
All right, question. So do you work?
Yes, sir.
Rockstone. And do you have class in the day? When I say the day, meaning in the evening school.
I didn't hear that. Could you repeat?
Do you have class between 5 and 9 in the weekday?
Yes, sir.
Every day?
Basically, and from 8:30 to 4 o'clock or 3:30 on a Saturday.
On a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Tanya.
I have weekend class too, sir.
Huh?
I have class on the weekend on Saturdays as well.
Oh Lord. All right. Let me pray over that one, please.
On Friday, sir.
So you teach pre-cal in the day?
No, I don't.
Oh.
All right. Let me just look at this quickly, and then oh Lord, Jamal, what did I send you? Drop this,
Yeah, that's
please.
not remote.
No. What am I doing, Jamal? What I sent you, Papa? semester 1, free calculus. Oh, come on. What am I looking for, guys? Uh,
So now where I look for two.
oh, I'm looking for
We're
the
gonna start
pre-mock exam.
binomial, finish binomial, so we can do
No,
fully.
I know, I'm looking for the pre-mock exam to talk about something, to show Gemma something. This is when you have a whole lot of things on your head, and you just
Sorry,
forget
this
what it
weekend
is.
is a mid semester.
I soon tell you about that one.
All right.
All right. Share screen. Now that I've found what I'm looking for. Okay, Jamal. Can you make reference now to what you're talking about now? What you said wasn't simple. Sir Webley.
I'm say it's like B that stress me out.
What about B that was stressing you?
When I try work it, but I never have my notes with me now. When I try work it out of my head and it stress me out. So if I can go through it and do it.
All right. So let me ask. I'm not going to do it now, because I need to finish off the binomials. But tell me now. What is LG?
Log.
Okay. So that means this piece is in logs, aren't? Is this piece in logs?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Is this piece in logs?
Yeah, no log.
Okay. Is this piece in logs?
No, sir.
So what do you have to do?
No log.
When you put whole number 2 in logs, you're in log to the base what here?
Thing at 10.
Good, very good. So 2 in log to the base 10 is what?
100.
Huh?
100.
No, what?
Base base 10 with raised to 2.
No. Say log 100. You only say 100. You have to say log to the base 10 of 100. All right. So when you convert this to log to the base 10 of 100, everything now is in log to the base 10. I have shown you how to do that, which is why you were able to tell me 100. And the only reason I corrected it is because I said base 10 to the 2. So I know what it is that you're talking about. So this piece is going to be log to the base 10 of 100. I have shown you that this piece is n log to the base a of b to the n is b. Log to the base a of b to the n is the same thing as n log to the base a of b. Means say you're going to take a 6 here and put on top of the 2 here to get log 2 to the 6. All right. So you have your log at the front. Your log supposed to be at the front as you would have known. So you can convert this to log 2 raised to the 6th power. All right, which is 64. All right. So you know you're adding your logs. When you add your logs, you do what? When you add your logs, what do you do? You multiply. So what you're going to put is log, and then multiply 3x plus 2 by 2 to the 6. You're adding your logs here again, so you're going to multiply. So you're going to multiply 100 by 2x plus 1. So you're going to have log of 1 something here divided by log equals to log of 1 something here. If you take the logarithm of both sides, you can get rid of the log and then just equate to something. What is difficult about that? Every single thing that I just explained a while ago. No. I'm not going to go through the paper. I'm just explaining something to Jamal. When I give you a feedback, you will see what is happening. Everything that I explained to you here, Jamal, is everything that I would have gone through, maybe not in a full question, as in something like this, but I would have
Learn that
shown you
stuff at Edcos,
how I would have shown you to work out a whole number into log. Once you know which log to put it in, I would have shown you how to write log to the base a of b to the n is equal to n log to the base a of b. I'd have also shown you that when you're adding logs, you're going to be multiplying. I've also shown you that And what you could do from here is to convert this from the logarithmic form to the index form, and you'll see what is happening here. Convert this from the logarithm to the index form. These are all things that I have done, right? So which is what I'm saying to you, Jamal. You have to work with the concepts because I cannot tell you what CCCJ will send. No teacher can tell you what CCCJ will send. So the teachers are given a syllabus, and that's why I give you the syllabus. I'm pleased to demand the syllabus from your lecturer so you can go through the syllabus and say, sir, we don't do the part and make me tell you which part the part they mean. Just like when I went through the syllabus with you and said that we have done everything so far, and I have one piece now to finish off with the binomials. You must go through and everything that is on that thing right there, I would have done with you. All right. But as I said before, I'm not going to be post-morteming from this. I am going to be moving on to my stuff. This is now almost 8 o'clock. But I'm just saying to you, Jamal, I know how this is unit 3. I know how I teach, and I would want the person who is doing the same thing like I'm doing to be very fair to the students. So thank you, though. I mean, there's no love lost, you know. UNIT Unit 3. There's no love lost. It's just like for me to explain to you because I'm sure that others may be saying the same thing. He says, sir, you were the easy one them in a class. We used to say the same thing with my teachers too. Then, sir, are we going to resurrect that one, there, sir? That one that can't work in us, sir. What I mean, the truth of the matter is,
That same question I said to myself to one time I see it.
yeah, it is the same thing.
But at the end of the day, sir, I think me after stressing and pulling on me here, I think made it
you
come
pull through.
around and pull through and get it.
Very nice, and that's what I want to hear. I want to hear that you're not defeated by it because you
Just
should be
hope you're
good to
right. I
go.
just that.
Jamal,
Yeah.
a 3.5 again? Say yes,
Yeah.
say yes, say thank you,
Yeah, I think a
Jesus.
3.5 me get
Thank you, Jesus.
I
Thank
think it
you,
was either
Lord.
I think I want fraction or a 3.5. One of them.
It's 0.4375
All right,
divided by
I did say that I'm
what?
not going post-mortem. I did say that I ain't going to post-mortem. You know, one of the things that couldn't happen to me when I was going to school. I remember when I did my CXC maths exam. I know we had some little bright sparks in the class. I couldn't take them. Them bright, you see, couldn't take them. And the morning of my math exam, I find one room and go lock up, and went through the stuff. And when 9 o'clock I come now, I say, you know what? Make me resurrect here and come out of the little crab hole. The people them see me and say, you know how to do this? No, we're supposed to know this, No, man. Soka Tower, I do this and that. And I say to myself, Rotted, what am I talk about? I said, sure. Well, me no know, no, me no know again. Me
Sir,
not knowing again.
and a bright spark now, sir, me still not like maths.
No, but
No
guess
matter
what?
what.
No, but guess what? When I came out of my exam, I was able to go in there and do my paper and feel comfortable coming know somebody about up that. And some of the same ones who come out of the exam and talk about, oh no, me know this and me know that, fail the maths. And in my time of
Yeah.
doing CXC, a grade 3 was a failure, either 1 or 2. You understand? And some of them come out and fail the maths to this day. Funny story. I remember one of my classmates um, who was always on top of everything ended up failing the maths. And when that said student wanted to get into UTech, big HR professional right about now, Matter of fact, big company, me go go for them company to come back them and work. Came to my yard for me to teach them maths so them could get into UTech. You understand? One of my classmates. So I'm saying to you, don't post-mortem. Because I remember, oh, this easy. No, not do it because people make you feel bad here. So don't post-mortem. Try not to
Man,
post-mortem in any test.
sir, want to tell me something. All right now. So like how me not have maths na CXC.
Mm-hmm.
And then you do all of them maths course right here. So when
Mm-hmm.
time I go look out work in one
When I
company,
need maths.
You don't
it's
need
supposed
maths.
to suffice.
Oh,
Absolutely. Because you see what I'm saying to you now, when you get your associate degree, your CXCs now become null and void,
nothing.
Okay.
right? And when
Nothing.
you get your bachelor's, your associate degree becomes null and void,
Nothing.
right? And when you
When
get
I
your
Okay.
get your
master's,
masters,
the degree
nothing.
is nothing, right? And when you get a
Okay, cause
PhD,
me
so
no
you
want to
don't
go
have to.
bad up nobody,
Mm-mm. And guess what? And anybody who anywhere you're applying and them say, oh, you don't have CXC maths, you can report them because it's a law. You have attained an associate degree, and in
Sir.
order for you to get the associate degree, you would needed to have mathematics. So you'd have done either foundation 1, 2, and 3 to suffice for the CSET mathematics. So you don't have to do it. It's a law that is passed in Jamaica. As a matter of fact, if you go foreign for the thing, they're not going to ask you about your CXCs. They're going to ask you about your last, your college degrees, and that will suffice. So you're good to go. You don't have to do it. And which is I keep saying to students, if you don't pass CXC math and you reach you've completed your associate degree or even better yet your bachelor's degree, you don't need to go to CXC math. Why didn't you go back to CXC? Go think of doing a master's. Final question and then I move on. Yes,
Sir,
yes,
what about
Shannon.
English?
Same difference.
With the
If you
communication, deal with the English.
and same thing. So if you fail CXC English and you did a foundational English courses and want
There's
to
no
pass the foundation,
foundation English courses, sir.
yes, they are.
What the
Communication
communication
1,
one?
communication 2.
No, you have just like your foundation 1 and foundation 2 and foundation 3. You have foundation courses in English too.
At
Oh.
Excelsior?
Yes, honey.
So how me not do it? How me
But I
not
load
see
up
it?
perception again. I load up
Alright,
perception.
that's true. Alright.
Right, but so I'm careful now, you know, because this is recording now, man. The people don't look on your file, you know, and when they're ready
I
for
sir,
credit,
let us
they can't
get
get it.
down to the meat of the matter now, sir.
Okay, yeah, you so life is now. You're ready for change topic now, right? Right? But yeah, that's exactly what is happening though. So all right, so this is what is going to happen now. I'm going to attempt within this hour to complete my binomials, and hopefully I can introduce to you the next topic, and I will take it from there. So I asked you the last time around to check your calculators to talk about factorial notations. Your factorial notations are your factorial notation is your exclamation mark that is on your calculator. The factorial notation is the exclamation mark on your calculator. Now you need to pause and pay some attention to identify your exclamation mark on your calculator. Your exclamation mark may be on a raised key or it may be on a submerged key. The raised key is a button that you have to press down to access it. The submerged key is a key that you have to press the second function or the shift button in order to access those. So I'm going to ask you to take a minute right about now to see where your exclamation, your factorial button is, either submerged or raised. Submerged or raised.
Can I describe the factorial symbol again?
The exclamation. The exclamation sign is the factorial notation thing, right? It may, on some calculators, it may come as S X X as in xylophone, exclamation, or it may come as N factorial, N as in Nancy, exclamation. So you may either see X exclamation or N exclamation. Any of the two, you may see that. All right.
Okay.
So now, have you all identified? Is there anybody in the class that has not yet identified where their factorial button is? Anybody? Somebody? Anybody? Somebody? All right, good. So
We'll find it. We'll find
okay,
it.
good. I'm gonna take that as as yes, you have found it. Now, what I'm gonna be talking about now is my combination notation. So I want you to look on your calculator for me, and I want you to see if you can find something that says NCR. Look at your calculators and see if you can identify NCR. NCR.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Have you seen NCR?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good.
No, sir.
You don't see it yet?
No, sir.
Look at it. Look at your
If
number
you're using the
5.
casito, it is right beside the factor. What's just the
Right
word?
beside the factorial.
Factorial. That word.
All right. um,
So we're behaving like that for.
huh?
We're behaving like that for. What message you get, you know?
Oh goodness. No, it's a student in the class sent me something. No.
Tell her it's a message you get. Yeah, man, yeah, behave so.
Good evening, sir.
Before you... All right. All right. Okay. Mr. Lozo, you are mean. All right. That's all I'm going to say to you.
So we're still in the NCR.
In the NCR. How can I capture your use?
Oh, yes, sir. I see it over the division sign.
A Casio FX 570 MS.
50. Okay. Look at your number 5. Look at the numeral 5, and see if you see it above it.
Exam. Sir.
Yes, Dan.
Good evening, sir. Is it the exam you're working on, sir?
No, dearest. No, negative. No, okay. I'm moving on.
Okay, sir. Just getting to join, sir.
Yeah, cool. Lowe's waiting on you. You see it?
NCR?
NCR, yeah. All right. Now,
have another name for it?
No.
Look over your division sign if you see.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all right. Thanks.
No, you have to go up here. You're not tanky. You have to go up here. You have to go buy our lunch.
All right. When we see
I should not eat mother's patty neither.
Lobster.
The lobster. Same way,
Yeah,
sir. All right. All right, good. And all right, look here, guys. It says NCR. So and also I want you to identify for me now NPR. I also want to see if you can identify NPR.
Yes, sir. It's above the NCR.
It's above the NCR. Okay.
Sir, can you tell me what the NCR is for, sir?
Yeah, man, I will. I just want you to identify it first, and then I'll tell you shortly. I'm telling you right now because we're gonna run the problem.
I don't have an NPR.
You don't have an NPR?
No,
you have
sir.
You have an NCR?
I have an NCR and I have an RCL.
No, I don't want an RCL, miss. NPR, I want. NCR,
I have
rather.
NCR, sir.
All right, good.
Oh, the NPR is above the NCR.
All right, good job. So now you find them.
They're about the same thing?
All right, yeah, man. They're not the same thing, but I mean, I just want you to be able to locate them. All right, so what you should see is NCR, or you may see NCR. One or the other, right? So you may see N up top as a superscript, then C, and then R as a subscript. Or you may see NCR in a line. All agreed? I really hope everybody's finding it now, because it's when I start, this thing and I tell you to touch a button, I am not answering anybody who says, sir, I can't find the button because it's so long I wait to get you to locate those keys on the calculator. So I'm moving on now. All right. So now, NCR. I want you to do this for me. I want you to evaluate 5, choose 2. So you're going to press 5, then the NCR button, then 2, and tell me what answer you get.
10.
I want the rest of you to do it and see if you get the same 10. And tell me if Shanake is...
Got 10, sir.
Anybody got a value different from 10?
10, sir.
Okay, good. So everybody got 10. All right. Now, how do we evaluate this manually without getting without the NCR calculator? I know. Talking truth. When I was doing not 5-2, you know, mommy, not 5-2, 5 choose 2, 5 NCR 2. So when I was doing this topic when I was in high school, we never really had scientific calculators as you guys have it now, right? So it's only them rich people that could have carry one scientific calculator from a school, and this is real talk, real talk. So most of us had adding machines. So when I got my first scientific calculator did not have the NCR button on it. So when I was doing ADMATs in high school and I wanted to do a question like this, I had to go to the factorial notation. Watch me. 5 choose 2 is the same thing as 5. You know what? Let me write it this way first. Let me write it this way. Maybe you appreciate it more. NCR is going to be n factorial over n minus r factorial times r factorial. And that's what NCR is, right? N factorial over n minus r factorial. So 5 choose 2 is going to be 5 factorial over 5 minus 2 is 3 factorial and 2 factorial. Now you recognize, watch me, you recognize this 3 plus 2 is?
5.
You see that? So when I evaluate the n minus r times the r's, those two numbers, when I add them, I'm not adding them there, no, they are being multiplied together, but when I add them, they're supposed to come back up to the number that is up top. So n choose r is n factorial over n minus r factorial times r factorial. So the n minus r, this works out to give me this. And the r factorial is that. All right? So let's go. 5 factorial is the same thing as 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. All right?
3 factorial. 3
and
to
3
1.
factorial is
3 to
3 times 2 times 1. And 2 factorial is
2 times 1.
2 times 1. Very good. So 3 times 2 times 1, that cancels with all of that. Don't. And 2 times 1 is 2. 2 into 4 goes 2 times, and 5 times 2 is
10.
And that's what we get. And that's how we get our 10. So that's how we do this stuff manually. Now, if your calculators do not have the NCR button, in order for you to evaluate 5 choose 2, you will have to do it manually the way I just did it. You have to do it manually the way I just did it. Manually the way I just did it. All right? So, so that's what NCR is. I'm not going to spend much time on this because 1, I need to make up grounds, and 2, it's not difficult. Are there any questions regarding this? Okay. So no, thanks for saying no.
Sorry,
So,
hold on, let me take a picture.
No, sir. I did some.
Sorry.
Take the pitch.
Sir,
Yes, please.
so when they give in a question like this, they're always gonna write it like, for instance, 5C2 or 6C2.
Very good.
Okay.
And sometimes, you know what I'm doing at the exam? They may say to you, 5 choose 2 plus 6 choose 2 over 5 2. You just put that in the calculator. Easy 1 2 3. You know, as I said before.
Time thought, no?
As I said before,
Say it again.
This is not a difficult area, and I am not going to the chicken cook already, and I'm not going to overcook the chicken. All I'm saying to you, you have your calculators that can evaluate the combinations. 5 choose 2 over okay, we'll do for you, Kerry. So 5 choose 2. You don't need to go through all of the calculations that I just showed you a while ago. You need to know how it's done, you know. But if you're evaluating 5 choose 2 in an exam, just put it on the calculator, 5 choose 2. You don't need to go write 5 factorial over 5 minus 2 factorial over 2 factorial. Yes, you need to know how it's done. You need to know how it's done. But you can use your calculators to evaluate it. Yes, please.
I have another question. Let's say in the God forbid in the exam, I don't remember that I'm supposed to press the NCR button. and may I go work it out the long way. For the N, sir, oh, you know it's 3, and for the R, oh, you know it's 2.
The N is the number that comes first. So 5 choose 2. 5 are the number that comes first. The bigger number is N. You notice I can't write the question as 2 choose 5. The question don't work. Matter of fact, put on your calculator 2 choose 5 until you get to the answer, please. Put 2 first, then NCR, and then put 5.
Error, sir.
Yeah, you can't do that. Can't do that. So the big number have to come first, and the big number N, and the small number is R. So you can't have a small number before the big number. It has to be a big number and a small number.
Okay.
Sir.
Yes, please.
So could you use 4 and 1 to get back the 5?
No, miss.
So oh yeah, you get the 3 and the 2 then.
Because it's 4 minus 2. You remember no? Watch me, fancy. Watch me. N, R, N, R. N is 5, which is this 5 right here. So N minus R. So it's going to be 5 minus 2, which is 3. And R is this R, which is this.
I was just going to ask you, sir.
So what I am doing there is substituting in this formula n factorial over n minus r factorial times r factorial. And you know what n is. N is always the bigger of the two numbers. And r is always the smaller of the two numbers. So when you look at 5 minus 2, it's going to be 3. You see that, no fancy?
Yes, sir.
Good job. All right. So I don't know if it was Lowe's, as you say, was going to ask it a while ago?
Yes, sir. I just figured out.
All right. You see the importance of asking questions in class? Because when you answer a question, you know, trust me, somebody else in the class don't not understand, and you asking that question only clears up something for somebody who don't want to talk or have a voice. Well, they have a voice to talk, but they just don't want to talk. But anyhow, moving on. Should I tell you this? No, or should I wait until afterwards? I think I should wait until afterwards. Jamal has picturized this, so I'm going to move on. So that's NCR, right? And NCR 5 choose 2 is equal to 10. Now I'm going to give you N. I'm going to give you N P R, or it is also written as N P R. I'm going to do NPR. So somebody may ask, and I mean, thank you for asking, what is a C, sir? And you know, it's a combination. The C is a combination, and oftentimes we say 5 combination 2, or we can say N5 choose 2. I have 5 things. In how many ways can I choose 2? And you're saying to me that is 10 ways, sir. I have 5 things. And in how many ways can I choose 2? I'm going to say the answer is 10. Now the NPR is going to be my permutation. My permutation. P is my permutation.
You know, I just realize with the C, you divide, with the P, you multiply. Because
okay.
The 5P2 may get 20.
Okay. You know, I will get
C2 may get 10.
All right. So 5. So the P is what? What would you say then? The P is what? All right. Oh goodness gracious. Sorry, that's kind of loaded question. Just purge your mind, right? Minute. What? Right there, sir. No, no. You just purge your mind right there, so right. Let me go. I think I know what it is that you're talking about. Well, hopefully, and I will talk and I'll tell you what it is that is happening. So NPR is the same thing as n factorial over n minus r factorial. There is no r factorial that is there. So that's what that is. So if, for example, we are looking at 5 permutation 2, it's going to be equal to 5 factorial over 5 minus 2 factorial, which is the same thing as 5 factorial over 3 factorial. And 5 factorial, you know that to be 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And 3 factorial is 3 times 2 times 1. And what I'm saying to you is all of this will cancel all of this. And 5 times 4 is equals to 20, which is what Jamal said that he would have done for his answer. And he's correct. So Jamal, I'm asking you now. So you can say the P is what when compared to the C?
The multiplication, sir.
And it is what number compared to the other number?
You know what I'm saying, but it does not come out.
It now come out. All right, never mind. And I don't want to tell you just yet. So we're going to do some investigations further.
It's doubling number?
So okay, so you're saying that it's doubled. All right, no problem. Let's
Sir.
see. Yes, please.
Yeah, by
What if I want to put that one in the calculator? So how do I do it?
Just put N. Look for the P one now.
Sir.
Yes, please.
The P1 on my thing is stationary, sir. It's not a button that I can press. It's just written on the calculator above the NCR.
Okay, shift. So you have to press the shift button to get that. So what I was saying to you, who's that? Who's asking, Diane or Kerry?
Diane, sir, must
right.
be Diane.
I know you don't, must be Diane. Diane has done very well so far. So it's not must be Diane. All right. Kerry. Oh, you look like you're asleep, so Kerry.
Sir, I'm not asleep.
Oh, I get it, sir.
Very nice. Very, very nice, Diane. Kerry, all right? You understanding?
Yes, sir. And sir, to me, binomials are the easiest one so far. To me. The other rest them a breeder.
Diane, you put it in the calculator because
Kerry, don't drop asleep upon me now, you know, Kerry.
Which one of them?
I press it.
Yeah, the NPR.
So you type in 5.
Then the shift key. Then the NCR. Then 2.
I am getting an error. Oh, then the 2 right? Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, may I forget the 2. I'm gonna
right,
try again. 5. We say the NCR button, then shift.
No, shift first.
Shift first.
5 shift.
Careful, you know, you have to say shift here because it sounded like something else a while ago.
Okay. I got the 20. Thank you, sir.
Okay. No, you have to announce properly, you know, because it sounded like something else a while ago.
All right.
All right, good. So, just let me ask a question. Because this topic finishing and I'm not spending no more time on the permutation and the permutation and the combination here. I'm going to move into the final part of it.
You don't have to, sir, because this one is the easiest one.
What's here now? Let me ask you one question. What does it mean?
Sir, I worked 3 of them last night, sir, and I got them all right.
Good job. Very nice. And you see, Kerry saying the same thing. Kerry says, sir, this part of the easy part, you know, so, you know.
Yeah, it's the easiest ones, and I get to understand the 5 NCR3, even though it was 8 over the 3 factor 3 present 3. I understand that it was the 8 NCR the 3, sir. So I understand.
Okay, got you. All right, let me ask a question now. And Jamal, if you want to picturize this in the meantime for me, because I am going to ask you a question. What is all of this? I mean, Jamal always asks me the question. From Foundation 1, Jamal asked me, I was saved from the horror, so I never taught in Foundation 2, and then him dropped back right in front of me again for the Foundation 3 and no pre-calculus and all of the classes. Him says, sir, tell me how me going to use this now later on in our life. So here.
Yeah, I'm going to ask the same thing, so, but I realize that is part of the Pascal triangle too.
Okay, good job. But they're going to ask Jamal, no, very good observation. Very, very, very good observation. But I'm going to ask Jamal, how you can use this something here now in real life, real life. And this question is for everybody. How can you use this topic in real life?
Yes, you know, I'm going to think.
And I want the rest of you to think and to help Jamal out, you know, if you get too stuck, because I really want to move on because I'm finishing off this tonight. So tell me now, Jamal, I'm going to give you 2 seconds. If you don't do it in 2 seconds, somebody's going to come in, and if not, I will just take over. Go ahead, Jamal.
Sir, I'm feeling it's like some kind of like not some kind of like a stack thing, like so that you're doing inventory and so.
Okay.
You can use it for the different variety of goods we have. Something like that. I'm not sure.
Okay. maybe that could work. Just a maybe. All right. Let me just tell you something then. I like the way of thinking. And before some of you were born, before some of you were born, you would realize when you speak to your mummies and daddies, they would tell you that in the 1980s, late 70s, early 80s, things were married. So you buy saltfish, you have to get tin milk and tampon to buy the milk.
I was thing they call herring, sir. Tin herring, sir.
Tin herring, oh, Jesus, yuck.
What used to roast on the shelf, sir?
It's a man. And trust me, so if you want a loaf of bread, you can't get the bread alone because I'm married several things. If I go buy rice and flour and sugar, if you get one loaf of bread, those are the days I don't want to see come back into this Jamaica land we love. You understand? So it is something similar to what it is that you just made mention of, Jamal, and I see where that could work. But I want you to watch something here. And I'm gonna go back to this one. I'm gonna go back to that one. That document that I have here, I actually do, but anyhow, that document that I have here, N choose 5 choose 2. This is you in a company of 5 people, right? And some organization is a small little organization and a 500 a day. So every day the 500 got the same work, right? And everybody has a role to play. But guess what now? Boss man said, boy, I'm doing a little restructuring, and I need a couple committees. And he said, Jamal, you are go college. I have 5 people. Tell me how many ways me can create a one committee. Because we need as many committees as possible. Because we need a committee. We're gonna do it's Christmas time here, so and COVID. So we want one committee. One committee gave me responsible for the social distancing. One going be and the sanitation something. One going be for the food. We going be one who are gonna be doorkeeper, and we want one who are gonna do a whole heap of things. So they want as many committees and people get to work in different areas. No, there are 5 of you, and the boss said to you, tell me how many different groups I can get. And Jamal took out him calculator and said 5 choose 2. He said 10 different groups you can get in a bossy. Him said 10 groups. Him said, yeah man. Alright. Him said, me not see that you know. Him said, no, never mind bossy. Me go show you what I go on. And Jamal said, alright bossy. So you have 5 away. And we name A, and we name B, we name C, we name D, and we name E. Alright? So, and I want you to watch me now. Because whoever teaches you business statistics, when you reach in this area for business statistics, when you can't, so they never they learn it. So A, B, C, D, E represents the 5 people them who work in other place. And then now you want to see how you can get the different groups. So you say, bossy, here's the plan. A, B form one group. Then you have one next one called AC. Then you have one named AD. And then you have one named AE. And then now you're going to have one we're going to call BC. And the other one we're going to call BD. And next one so we're going to call BE. And bossy, you're going to call the next one CD. And the next one CE. Sorry. CD and then CE. And then the last one you're going to call
D.
Yeah, man. So let us count. Let us count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's how you get your 5 choose 2 is equals to 10. So those are the 10 different combinations that you possibly can have. If you have A, B, C, D, E, and I'm only using those for simplicity in explaining what it is that we just did. A, B, C, D, E, it means that I have 5 people. In how many ways can I select a committee for argument's sake with 2 people each on that committee? And these are the 5 ways. So watch it now. So A, I got upon 4 committee, right? B, I got upon how much committee?
3.
4. B, I got upon the 1 year. 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 So everybody got upon the 4 committee, right? Look on C. C upon the 1 year. 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 Right? So each member will sit on 4 different committees. All right? So everybody is going to be interchanging. Everybody is going to be interlocking. right? But guess what? AB is going to have a special function, a different function than what AC has, a different function from what AD has, and a different function what AE has. So A is going to be on top of everything there, but there are different roles, different roles. So let me ask a question. Can you see how it is that I can use my combination now in a real life situation? Imagine, say you have um you go to church and you are president for the youth fellowship or the young adults group.
Sir,
Yeah.
before you go, let me understand something, sir.
Uh-huh.
Is it the two would be in two members in each group?
Very good.
So I first now me
And the
almost
five would
30.
have been the 5 persons and the 5 staff members, right?
Very good.
Okay, sir.
Yes, Jamal, you're
Sir,
saying?
I first now me almost 30 years when God made earth. We can connect much to something in our real life.
All right. And that's what a lot of teachers don't do.
Jamal, I'm with you too.
That's what a lot of teachers don't do. Make the connections with the mathematics so that the students can appreciate and understand the math. And that's what I'm trying to do. All right. So watch me now.
After tonight, I'm not supposed to ask a question there again.
Ever again, praise the Lord. So watch this now. So you may
Jamal,
say to it,
you deserve the case again, this Jamal.
no, me not ramp with him because that case I turned about 3 cases now, you know.
I'm just
About 3 cases that turn, you know.
Well, I know. Me tell you, sir, if at the end of the course, he make me like maths, but I give him a creator a Heineken, but me think he earn himself one creator Guinness for that one.
But guess what? No. I want the rest of to listen to this, you know, because 2 cases now we get what I him tonight, you know, because guess what? No, you see when we talk about the permutation, I'm gonna say blow out, sir. He may give you an extra case. Watch this.
All right, then go on, then, sir.
All right, and be honest with yourself, you know. Be honest with yourself. All right, let's go with this one here now. So now, if I say to you, you know, say we're not using combination, you see, we're gonna use the permutation, and how many groups we can form when I'm doing a permutation of the something them. And you say, boy, you know, and you take out the calculator and you say, how me can do the permutation? And you say, all right, boss, you know, say 5p, 5p2, I go work out to be 20, you know. You say 20, but you just explain to me, say, at 10 me can get. And you said to him, say, no man, you know, so the P a permutation and the Q sorry, what Q, the C is combination. So you say, what that mean? You say, all right, bossy, this is what is going to happen, right? It is going to be the same thing as your A, your B, your C, your D, and your E. Him say, yeah, me catch that. How then you gonna get the 20? Him say, all right. You see, order is of importance. When we say order is of importance. So it's those persons who are doers of mathematics, they love order because they understand the importance of order. It's those persons who are cosmetologists, they love order because order is of importance. I remember the college asked me to teach cosmetology. And I said, oh, this is why I now go over there to teach them no mathematics. And them said, sir, just come. I said, me not teach them mathematics. And I went over there and trust me, it was a fulfilling experience. Not only that them teach me how to plot, and them want to teach me how to, no, I'm real talk, not real talk. Them teach me how to do that. Them teach me how to cut hair in a bob hairstyle. I mean, they have to learn it, you know,
Do you have
because
a
when
daughter?
and even so, but what I'm saying to you is when the people them are cutting at the bob hairstyle, the man them a tell me say them have to go use angles. So I say, watch out, you man. Them say, yeah, man. Because when they cutting the hair in the bob hairstyle, they have to cut at 0 degrees, 15 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, and then they cut at 90. So I had to teach the students how to use a protractor. And then no, the teachers them they have to teach me that, so me could have go to class go teach them that. And then nobody pick them and look at me and say, sir, we're not gonna do no, not gonna cream the hair. Them say, no, sir, we don't cream here, we process here. And we have to cut the hair in a quarter. So I say, I can do that better. Dab my hand in the cream and massage it out in the head, and the head must cream. Them say, no, sir. And they show me the order in which they had to do the stuff, and it made a lot of sense. Fast forward to when them asked me to go teach maths on tourism, hospitality, and entertainment management. They say, oh, man, big man over cook, so we can do that. But when them start talk about as purchase cost and as purchase, we said, what the hell are you not talk about? So I had to find myself into the laboratory down there in the kitchen and sit down with the teacher and say, show me what it is that you do. And when I see what it is that was doing, I was able to take that knowledge to go into the math classroom, so I was better able to teach the students so that they can relate to what it is that they're doing in the lab. All right? Huh? So I'm saying to you, you have to understand the context in which you are doing the mathematics so it is that you can really appreciate the math. Watch me. Look at this context now that we're talking about. Order. You see, in the first case, order was not important because I'm simply choosing. But in my permutation, order is very, very important. Watch me. I am going to have a group with AB. I'm going to have a group with AC. I'm going to have a group with AD. I'm going to have a group with AE. But sir, that's not the same thing as a combination. But watch me. We can have a group now with BA. And we can have a group with CA. And we can have a group with DA. And we can have a group with EA. Are the same group that? Say no.
You're saying, sir, are you saying in permutation there's no order, just choose a group?
No, permutation order is important. So in AB, AB is not the same group as BA. Because in AB you recognize A come before B.
Yes, sir.
And in BA you recognize B come before A. So AB
Yes,
is not the same thing as BA. But in combination, it no matter. A or B in a one group.
To, permutation, right?
Mm-hmm. When we think to permutation, order is important. Think about permutation P for the pow. Them love order, don't. So permutation for P.
Sir.
True that. Yeah. Wrong example. All right. Let us move on here, because next thing me have people come attack me, But anyway, let's go with this one now. So we have A, B, rate that. Then we're gonna have something that we're gonna call BC. Then we're gonna have something called BD. Then we're gonna have something called BE. Watch me. I can now have CB, which is a different group, and DB, which is a different group, and EB, which is another different group. Then I'm gonna have something called CD and CE. But watch me. DC is a different one, and EC is a different one. Then I'm gonna have a group called DE. But watch me. I'm gonna have one more called ED. So let us check now in total to see how many groups we have. Check now in total how many groups we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And that's how it is that you use your permutation. Your NPR, which is going to be 5P2 to give you 20. Those are the 20 different stuff. You may say to me then, sir, how in compared to the permutation and the combination, the permutation has twice as much as the combination. It is twice as much because order is of importance in the permutation. Order is not of importance in the combination. So in the group AB, any one of the two members can be group leader. But you see, in AB in the permutation, it means that the group AB, it means that because A comes first, A are the boss. And in the other group, no BA or B are the boss. So there are two different groups. One group where you have the same two people, but in the first group, the first person is going to take the lead. And in the second group, the first person has to go answer back, and the second person will take the lead. Follow me? So in AB, A is going to be the leader of the group. But in BA, A better hold him seat because B are the leader, right? And when you look into organizations, you will find in organizations that you have, for example, you have in a pastry shop, you may have the same 5 people. And every committee that you talk about are the two same people in the committee, but one person may be strong at icing a cake. One person may be very good at icing, but the other person is stronger in baking. The other person can bake, but the other person is stronger in baking. The other person can ice, but but the next one is stronger. So when you look at those two groups, say for example, let me just call two names. So say you have Diane and Jamal. So Diane is very good at icing a cake. Jamal is excellent at baking the cake. So when it's time to icing, Diane is going to take the lead of that group, right? Diane can also bake, so Diane can help Jamal with the stuff. But when it come on to icing, she is the pro on that. Now when it looks at now baking, Jamal will say, okay, fine, I am the boss on this. And Diane will help him, but Diane knows the boy get the plan. Him are the boss on it, so make him take him lead. Because when it come on to the icing the cake, no me take that. So Diane can ice in 3 and 4, 5 cakes in 10 minutes. Right? Or she can ice one cake in 2 minutes. Because some people are very fast at it. Then put it on and spin something, bam, done. Right? For me, no, it's going to take a longer time. Case in point. Case in point. I remember the college went to a hotel some time ago for conference, and I went with them. And one of the chefs, they call him chef. They have on the white suit, but they have called him something. And the watermelon was finished, and we asked, is there any more watermelon? And anybody who live a country have enough watermelon, carry one from here, even if it's eat, love watermelon. And so I asked the watermelon, and say, one of the guys said to him, say, no man, more watermelon under the table, just take out one and cut it. And the guy went over to cut it. And him taking the time and I tried to cut it, and I said, and the other man said, all right, you come over here. Come share. And I'm telling you, when that youth take the knife and slice on the watermelon and slice it in quarters and then boop, 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 and just cut everything and just lay them out. He said, hello, my youth, you're the best. Right? We have to end up tipping him. They said, no, Bridget, you're good, man. Because this is where, people are very good in farming, in fruit decoration. They can carve out this and they can carve out that. That is his strong area. So look on him, Bridget, when the cafeteria get packed and everybody away from watermelon, you don't have time to have your guests a bungalow. You send him to go share something where him can do maybe faster, right? And then you who can cut the watermelon, you cut it up quick time. So this is what the permutation is. So you'll have twice as much, and guess what? Not in all cases you will have twice as much, right? But in this year case, you can justify what 5 choose 2 is. Sorry, what 5P2 is. 5P2 is 20. So you can now arrange those 20 options in the stuff. Am I clear on this?
Yes, sir.
All right, good job.
Yes.
So picturize that for me, please. Let me go drink some water. What time is this now, guys? This is now 8:30. All right, good. And then I'm going to use the last 27 minutes here to talk about the other parts of the combination, and then we'll call it a night. All right? So just give me a few, please. I'm just going to drink some water. Those of you can go drink some water too, please. All right. So let's continue now, guys. So we are going to go to the combination notation now. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me unshare the screen. Um, let me unshare the screen and come back to the screen here so I can show you something. Guys, I really hope you're understanding here. I'm putting a lot of energy in this because I want to make sure that you guys catch it. So I want you to make sure that you're following what is happening. So let me go. Oh, don't do this. Uh, um, all right. So all right. Let me just see if I can slide this thing. Oh, come on, computer. Come on, man. You die so quickly. All right. So this is a combination. I'm not going to go through that again because I mean I gave you those are the examples that we would have done, and I used different examples there. Of course, I couldn't use 60 because 60 would have been too much for me to do. All right. So let us go. Um, let us go with this one here now. So we're using the combination, and I chose to go back to here because it is going to be difficult for me to write this on the tablet. Tablet is um, minimal size screen, that is. So let me go to here. All right. So watch me. So for the combination, I am going to give you, because remember, all of this is still binomials. All of this is still binomials. And for binomials, bi means two. Binomials, and when we do, we get a polynomial. So watch how the binomials come in. Bi are them two subject them called bi. The two terms inside of the parentheses, raised up power n, right? Raised up power n. And see the polynomial that is get here now, right? So all of them Bolivar terms that this is what we're, or the nomial part comes in, right? From the polynomials, which means many. Watch me. I'm gonna go as slowly as I can here, and I'm gonna ask that um, you just pay attention right here, so you don't bat an eyelid, so you miss it. Watch me. So I'm expanding here, a plus b raised to the nth power, a plus b raised to the nth power. Oh, but hold on, sir. This looks very similar to what it is that you're doing when you're using Pascals. That means, say, if this were 5, it would be 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. Yes. And if this were 3, so it would be 1, 3, 3, 1. Yes. And if this were 4, so it would be 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. Yes. But because I n, sir, why n? 1, n, 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 n. You don't know about that. We're going to use a combination notation. Watch me. This a is going to be raised to the highest power n. Very similar to what it is that we would have done before. Because in using the Pascals, that's exactly what we did. We put the coefficient in front and raise a to the highest power. All right? Then when we raise a to the highest power, now, we have these things that we call the combination. N choose 1. Blow, sir, but that's the same NCR we just used. Yes. So we have n choose 1 times, oh sorry, n choose 1 times, you're going, 1 going to decrease when 1 increase. But sir, the same thing we will learn. Yes, but it's just a different format. So this is a to the n, it will go down, a to the n minus 1. But because a b and almost increase, I want to go be b to the first. Oh, so sir, when we add up all of the powers, then we're supposed to come back to the original power we start off with, which is n. Yes. So make we try it. N minus 1 plus 1. The minus 1 and the plus 1 cancel. But sir, we left with n. Yes, at that n here. So we're done with that term here. We're going to move to the next one. If this is n choose 1, the next one must be n choose 2. Watch it. See it here? N choose 2. And sir, if this was n minus 1, you have to take off 1 because it's going to go down. So you're going to be n minus 2 down. Yes, this is n minus 2. And sir, if this is b to the first, that means the next one must be b to the third. Yes. Oh, That means, sir, the next one going to be n minus 3, then a to the n minus 3, then b to the 3. Yes. And so forth, and so on. Watch me now. Watch a secret here. You see that number you done here, sir? The one right down here, sir, must be the same number as the last term up right here, sir. Watch the story. The 2 here are the same 2 up here, sir. The 3 here are the same 3 right up here, sir. So you see the n right here, sir, are the same n right up here, sir. So you know how to write it down anytime because the same number what is in the subscript right here, so going to be in the superscript of the B position. The 1 year and the 1 year are the same. The 1 year and the 1 year up here are the same. The 1 year and the 1 up here are the same. See, N and the N. Oh, me see it now, sir. And then now, sir, when you add up all of the powers, then you're going to get the overall power. Yeah, man. N minus 3 plus 3. The 3 them cancel out. You left with the N. Done. Everybody see what I just showed them a while ago?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Some of them going to sleep. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I am not going to say anything for about 3 minutes. I'm going to mute myself for 3 minutes. And I'm going to ask each of you to look through what I just explained. And then I'm going to come back and re-explain it. Because it's after that, questions we are doing, I'm going to lock up the topic here tonight. God done me done with it. Matter of fact, what's your secret here?
So you have 3 minutes to mute?
Yeah.
No.
Why? No. I'm saying I am going to mute myself for 3 minutes to give you a chance to go through this. And then we're going to come back and re-explain it. And then we're going to do them 3 questions here and then we'll call it a night. I'm done with that topic here tonight. So go and look through this and see if you can. You know what I should do? I said the worst thing them could have ever do. I get some yang bike. Jesus, Father. I hate hear them. All right. I put some thought to it.
Sir.
Question,
I
sir.
alone, sir.
I hate here and I pure teeth right there. I want to know right now.
Question, sir.
Yes, Papa. Yes, please.
Me?
Sir.
Okay. Go
ahead.
ahead.
Who is it?
Loza, sir.
Yeah, go Loza.
Sir, I see everything that you're doing, sir, but how do you know where to stop?
Where to stop?
Yes, sir.
If we get 3, we go stop at the 3. If we get 10, we go galang until we reach 10. If we get 6, we go galang until we reach 6.
There ain't going to be a number.
Yes, Papa.
Okay.
We only use it. We use it. That enough to show you in a general terms. I can say generally. Let me put that there. Generally, GENERALLY. Generally, this is what happens. All right. So that's the general form. Mr. Glad to write that. My name Jamal. It's what teacher said a while ago, Papa. So I am not teaching the combination notation and say, okay, let us do a plus b to the 6th power, or a plus b to the 4th or 3rd power or 5th power. I am teaching you generally because I don't know where your n is going to stop, whoever is going to set the paper and give to you. But if you can understand this general stuff, any question the man them set to you, you can do this something because they're teaching you conceptually. You see the point I'm making? Read the question that I gave you. I was saying to you about concept. So I am not coming to you and teaching you an example. I'm teaching you a concept to show you what happens. The same thing that Sir said in the Pascal's version. One descends, the other ascends. Watch this. This is a to the n minus 1, then a to the n minus 2, then a to the n minus 3. Other one, a to the n minus 4, a to the n minus 5, a to the n minus 6, until we just reach n. N is normally the last term. Until we reach n minus n. Watch it. But sir, n minus n is 0. You remember when we're doing the Pascals, the last a when come out to the a to the 0, don't it? Talk truth.
Sure.
Yeah, man. So the same thing, the same thing we do. So it's the same pattern that we're making. All right. Now this here I could have write b to the 0. B to the 0, but since we're not write b to the 0, sir, come and also b to the 0. Then b to the 1st, then b to the 2nd, then b to the 3rd, Then we'll go B to the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th until we reach B to the last term, which is B to the N. All right? Okay. Your 3 minutes gone. Loza, ask a question. Somebody else was saying, sir?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, hon.
What is combination notation referred to on Edicosoft? I remember doing the binomials and the factorial.
It's on the binomials, you know, hon.
It's under binomials.
It is still binomials, you know. You remember the topic is binomials, you know.
It's under it.
Teacher, the topic
Yes,
is binomials,
sir,
you know.
but I know like they taught us the constant terms, the this, the that, but I don't recall seeing combination notation.
Yeah, man,
me just finished mine today.
Get upon it, man. Check it again for me here.
I don't do my past that. That's something there already, but
that means you can get 100%, Daniel.
May I say, I don't know. This does sound familiar.
Yeah, man, it did, man. I promise it did. All right, maybe you pass this and get 100% and treat it easy. You just shut your eye and do it. But look again, though. Look again and come back and tell me next class. Here, mommy. But it's on the binomials, though. I promise you it's on the binomials. All right. I am only breaking it up into sections, so it is that I can get the stuff for you. All right. Watch me.
Sir.
Yes, please.
I think what Daniel would have seen, sir, would have been something about integer.
Okay. Integer.
Yes, underneath the same binomial, so n factorial n. But with combination there, sir, because I didn't see any combination. I saw the
all right. I can't answer to that because I
saw that, Diane, when it said
that's what, and it was similar to this one.
All right, put it this way. So you see, mathematics is universal, and for example, when we're doing our factorization, when we're doing this topic, when we're doing this topic here, and I'm not going to go through this. It's just there for you to refresh your memory. When we're doing the logarithmic equations, 2 to the 2x plus that, I started putting some stuff here for you. But watch me here. So when we're doing our expansion here, I say x times x is x squared, and x times 4 is 4x, plus 3 times x is 3x, and 4x plus 3x is 7x, and then 3 plus 4 is 12. We use that sort of cross multiplication in Jamaica. But when you go to good America, them use FOIL, F-O-I-L. You know the man them call FOIL? FOIL when we use wrap up something and put in an oven. But them call it first, outer, inner, last. So what we call BOMDAS, B-O-M-D-A-S. And we say it is brackets of multiplication and division before addition and subtraction. Foreign people, them don't want to use brackets because brackets do a little bit for them. They want to use parentheses. So them call it PEMDAS, P-E-M-D-A-S, parentheses. Same thing as brackets. And when we talk about off, then we use it as exponent, which is the same thing, right? Raised into a power. And then the multiplication and division and addition and subtraction are the same. So the point I'm making is what you may be seeing on Edico is actually saying the same thing. Another thing that normally I have to be careful when I'm working with students and knowing what jurisdiction I work with. In America, they speak about absolute value. Absolute value. If you were in computing and the level of calculus that the computing students will do speaks of absolute value, but in their syllabus it speaks of modulus, because when I was going to school, that's what I learned. We learned about modulus, but guess what? Modulus is the same thing as absolute value. Final example: what we call DATA. Pronounce DATA for me, please. Anybody, somebody, what is DATA?
Data.
Data. We call it data. Wait in America, people don't call it
data.
Data. It hurt me, see? Data. You know, some people when they reach Jamaica, they name Mary. They say, Mary, come here. When you reach a foreign, they say, Mary. They say, what about your business? Right? You're not even come off of the airplane good and your name change. All right? So, what is... Go ahead.
No, why I really ask is because just like how you explained the binomials in real life experience when I went to school, and even my cousin taught me extra lessons. That's how she taught you have to relate it to, and you know, she teach you not to go when you're doing something to use an example to do it.
Absolutely.
didn't want to confuse myself, which is why I asked you what
Very
it
good.
was.
Very good, Dan. Excellent. And you'd recognize what he's done. So I will do something and then I stop and relate it to something, because when I relate it to something, you can say, no man, I this or this, and it sticks with you. It sticks with you when you can relate it, and that's the best way of teaching. Um, Connecting things to real life situations, so you can have an experience of what it is that you're doing. It makes the teaching and learning process so much easier. You know, times pass, teacher come class and say, learn this. You learn it, and you don't have a clue. Some of the things that I learned is long after me I recognize, whoa, I this me they do? It's a rock stone. Me never did know say them something I did do, and could I relate it? It's long after I recognize I make the relation, because back then when the man my teacher man them just give the information. If you catch it, you catch it. If you don't catch it, tough luck. All right. So going on. So I'm happy that you see that now, Miss Dandan. All right. So let's go now. Look at this one here. What we're saying here is use a combination notation to evaluate 2x plus 3 to the third power in ascending powers of x. No, in ascending powers of x, this is important to know. But we are going to ignore the piece here for now until we finish the question, and then we arrange it in ascending powers of x. Remember that from Pascal's? Somebody say yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So we're gonna leave that for now until we reach the last part of the summer. So watch me. Remember now, 2x plus 3 to the third. We're going to say 2x to the third. Same here, so 2x raised to the third power. Then we're going to say 3 choose 1. See right here, so 3 choose 1, then 2x to the second. Bam. And then a 3 to the first. Bam. 3 choose 2. Bam. 2x to the 1. Bam. And a 3 to the first, that means a 3 to the second. Bam. And then if a 3 choose 2, that means we have 3 choose 3. Right? And then this is going to be 2x to the 0. Bam. And then 3x to the first. To the third. Bam. Louder. You see, you know when to stop now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So you know where to stop based on the power that is given. Based on the power that is given. So you see how quickly I work through my first line on that. Hold on a minute, please, guys. 1 minute, please. All right, so let me just say this quickly one more time, please, class. So remember now, 2x to the third power is going to be this to the third power. Then we have 3 choose 1. So why start with 3? Because the power here is 3. So 3 choose 1, 2x to the second, times 3 to the first, and I'm going to go down in the sequence. Once you've written the first one, the others will be very easy because you're following the sequence. Okay, sir, I catch that. Yes, please.
You can remove that, please. Move
You know,
this
I wish
window
I do.
away.
I wish I know how to move it. To see, but hold on there. The only time I can do that, mommy, is unless I stop share and reshare. I don't know how else to get it. I need to find out. All right, go on now. So, so look at what is happening here now. Um, we're going to evaluate 2x to the third. You know how to do this, so that's why I'm not spending a lot of time. So you may think that I'm going fast right here because we spent a lot of time doing the pastas, and that's why I spent that much time on it so that we can see it. So 2x to the third is going to be 8x cubed. This is what I need to spend time on now. You're going to put in your calculator, 3 choose 1, and you're going to get a 3. All right? 3 choose 2 is another 3. 3 choose 3 is 1. All right? Then we're going to set 2x to the second. Everything that we're doing other from that now, is what we did in Pascals. So 2x all squares is going to be 4x squared, and the 3 here is this 3. These little dots is not point here, they are multiplication signs. 3 choose 2 is this 3. 2x to the first is simply 2x, and 3 squares is 9. 3 choose 3 is 1. 2x to the 0 is 1, and 3 to the third power is 27. So all of this is like that. So if I want, sorry, I'm just going to write something else here because buff, copy, paste. So I'm going to have this now as 3 4 is 12, 12 3 is 36, don't? 36 x squared. And 3 2 6, 6 9 is 54. 54 x. And this is 27. Come on, Satan, go to business. All right? So that's what, hold on. Sorry, that's not Corona here. And then no, so when I evaluate this, I'm going to have 8x cubed. All of this, 3 times 4 is 12, and 12 times 3 is 36. So I'm going to have 36x squared. Then 3 times 2 is 6, and 6 times 9 is 54, 54x. And all of this is 27. But this here is in descending powers of x, because x cubed and x squared and x to the 0. But the question did say to me in ascending, so all I do is flip it. 27, 54, 36, and 8x. Question done. You ask me any question you need to ask me for the last couple of minutes of class.
Sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. When we're doing the binomial, if it was raised to the third power, would use 1 3 3 1. All right, sir. We're doing the same thing with this one, right?
Yeah.
But the 3 go before the what is C something name again, sir?
The combination?
Yeah. So this 3 would be the first 3, right? And then the second one would be the
3
second.
choose 2.
What's our 3 3 you have? 1,
Sir,
2,
what
3.
see, sir?
All right. Let me just put something here for you to answer your own question. When I was going through it a while ago, I thought about it, and I said, sure, I'm not write it. But I'm not going to keep any secrets from you.
So when I get the recording?
Yeah, man. 320. All right, see here now, Shabelle. So you see a 3 C in the half. So we put another C here. 320.
Yeah.
320 is 1.
Yeah.
So if you look at it, Diane said it earlier. I didn't respond to her. Well, I did actually respond to her and say very good. But I don't know. I doubt many of you would understand what she was saying. 320 is 1. 321 is 3. 322 is 3. And 323 is 1. So really and truly, this is going to be your 1, 3, 3, 1. So you still get the same value as your Pascal.
I'll correct them values, sir.
Very good. Excellent closer. So this is going to be 1, 3, 3, 1. So you really still get the same thing, but it's just that you can use a combination. Then, sir, when I have to do this, the question sometimes will say, by using the combination notation, evaluate. Or the question can say, by using Pascal's triangle, evaluate. Or the question can say, evaluate. Watch me. If them say using a combination, you must use the
C, sir.
Combination. Very good. If them use Pascals, just go ahead and use Pascals. If them don't tell you which one to use, you can do what?
You want the C, sir.
You can use any one of them. You can use Pascals or the combination. But if they are specific in the one that you're supposed to use, and you use the other one, 0. So if them say by using the combination notation and kiss it easy and say, sure, you can do this using Pascals, you don't get 1 mark because you didn't follow the instruction.
Sir, so either one you use, you will get the same answer. That's what you're saying?
Yes, but you have to know both of them because sometimes the question might say, use a combination notation.
Okay.
Or the question might say, use Pascals. If the question don't tell you which one to use, you can use any one you want to use. This is me, I call it quits, you know. Any question you ask me, and I'm more than happy to answer you.
So when we get the mid semester?
The mid semester is gonna be next week. But guess what?
Oh,
I
yeah.
am, I am, I am, I'm tending because of what I showed you, which is why I started with showing you that I am behind. I don't want to give you the mid semester during our class time, if it's what I'm saying. So I can what I can say to you, and I will tell you. So I want all of you to listen. Prepare for your mid semester next week. So I can say to you, the mid semester will be scheduled since you have your class on a weekday. The mid semester is going to be open on, um, say for example, on Wednesday in between classes. I'm going to open the mid semester on Wednesday. So I'm going to open the mid semester from 12 a.m. Wednesday until 11:59 Wednesday. So anytime within that Wednesday day, you will use your 1 hour and a half or 2 hours, whatever time I'll put on the something, to complete your assessment. Hear me out. So your assessment will be done outside of class. I cannot give you the assessment in class because I cannot give up those 2 hours. I must use those 2 hours to teach, to finish off the syllabus. So I'm going to give you your mid-semester exam. It's going to be, of course, done on Educasoft. You would have seen it already on Educasoft. It is going to be timed, right? So I will know come next week, Wednesday, for argument's sake. I will tell you which day. I won't give you on Monday for sure. And I would want to make sure that you guys are okay on Tuesday. So it's either going to be Wednesday or Thursday, but more than likely Wednesday in between. All right. And I would say to you, for those of you who have children, don't do the assessment when you just reach home.
Sure.
Give the assessment when my nephews and my nieces are asleep so you can
Sir Friday
focus on
can't
the
work. I'm
assessment.
mid semester every day next week.
Well, guess what? That's a life running now.
So that's a
So
message,
yes.
sir. If it is that in the situation that we're having children, let me use
Mm-hmm.
my example. You said earlier that you may post it like 12 a.m., which should have been when we are asleep,
Mm-hmm.
on Wednesday morning. That'll be
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday morning. And
Mm-hmm.
then no, it'll be 11:59.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, no, by 10 o'clock, them people just a drop asleep, sir.
No
So
man, you
that's
have to
what
put
I'm
them.
saying.
Yeah.
If it is
And then 12 o'clock said
all 12 o'clock, because with Nathan and him not going to sleep, no matter
Sir,
how
you
you
know what
lock off
going?
the light, I'll him now. So if it is that you can leave it until like Thursday,
Good. I could leave it over 2 days, but you still
that
have an
would be
hour and a
good.
half. You
Yeah,
still have
I
an
Sure.
hour and a
understand that.
half.
I understand that.
Right.
But that is in my situation now. I could have used like 3 o'clock early morning, 4 o'clock early morning, and then well asleep and soon for wake.
Very good.
Could do that.
Right.
Sir, I have a
That could
problem.
work. Yes, Papa.
It are got impossible for me to do it in a the week. So you better set on a weekend.
Yes, sir.
One time I leave work for work at 6 o'clock in the mornings and come
Mm-hmm.
back home just in time to catch class. I mean, I have no time during the day to look on it. And by
And
the
that's
time I
fine.
left work, I pack a class, I come.
And
So
that's
I'm better
also
up on a
fine.
weekend.
And that's also fine by me because my weekend group will be doing it on the weekend also. So that's fine by me. So this is why I'm saying
Better
I'm
up
not
on
going
a
to make a
weekend.
decision now. On Tuesday next week, all being well, we'll make a decision to see when it is that we're going to have the assessments open. But the
Sir,
assessments must be completed. Yes, please.
sir, you can't work question before exam. The log
No, miss.
question.
I don't need to work. Just go through the handouts. No, you don't need no more question workout. I'm going to
No,
see if I can.
the one that they gave us on the mock exam, so you can't just work it and send it in the group.
Oh yes, I can do that, but my aim is to I can send the answer sheet in the group, But my aim is to see if I can mark up the papers and send them back to you. But I can send you the answer sheet, yeah, man. I don't do the answer sheet yet. So I can work on the answer sheet tomorrow and send off the answer sheet. That's a reasonable request, yeah, man. I can do that. I can send off the answer sheet even before I start marking. This is what I'm saying. So at least you can start your own exam preparation. But as I said before, this is why I'm not going to say to you that the exam is on a particular day yet. I can only say to you that it's next week because I need to hear the limitations. So like Jamal just put up a plausible one on the table, I will do it. There's one other thing that I need to say to you. The assessment is not one that you can save and complete later because it's a quiz. It must be done in one sitting. So I'm going to ask that if it is that your internet access at home is unstable and your internet access at work is good, if it means you have to go stay at work at whatever time. I don't know. You need to work it out. Work it out in such a way that you can get the assessment completed. Because any late assessments, those persons who don't do the assessments on time will get a 0. And I apologize, but those who miss the assessment date will get a 0. I'm sorry, but yeah. So I want you to make sure that you time yourself. Next week, Tuesday rather, when we come to class, I can say, okay, guys, these are the days that I'm going to have the assessment open, and then you guys can go and do the assessments accordingly. But if you miss the assessment date, I do not, and I will not entertain any stories about the assessment time. The system automatically gives you a 0. All right? And you can write as many letters you want. I'm not going to do that. Guys, you must be responsible. I've given you ample notice. You can plan around completing your online assessment. All right, bless your heart. Sorry, I've seen a question in the chat. Let me just check that question and then. What if light goes in the middle of it? Do it on a day when you know JP is not going to cut off your light.
How we know that?
No.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Other day
That's
we
a
in a
good one.
Caribbean studies class, everything I go and go and then bam, the whole Jamaica does shut off. So how do you know that?
All right. So what will happen? I mean, I was just being facetious, Miss. That
okay.
I can circumvent that part. I mean, I know what to do in order to get that out of the way. But yeah, I know what to do to get out of it. So Miss Mills, you don't have to worry about that. Anyway, any other questions? If not, have a good night and sleep tight and
Mr.
just
Shand?
enjoy. Yes, please.
Mr. Shand?
Yes, on.
Ophelia here.
Good night, sir. I'm here, Sean.
Sir?
Yes, please. Who's talking?
Ophelia.
Ophelia.
Yes, sir.
I'm so upset with you, but Tori can't talk from when to record.
Sir, I wanted to ask you about the final. I'm supposed to do just exam.
If it's just exam, it's not the mixing message, it's just exam.
Yes, I think I still have my coursework grade.
Tori can't talk right here, so this is being recorded. So you have to message me, Ophelia.
Okay,
thank
sir.
you. Thank you, please. All right, bless your heart, guys. Take care.